Kia ora, and welcome to tonight's episode of 6 Minutes. Tonight's story will be focusing on Yusuf Sayed, criminal mastermind who was recently apprehended and prosecuted. Please be aware that some of tonight's footage may offend, so viewer discretion is advised.
October 2008. 20-year-old Yusuf Sayed arrives in Christchurch, New Zealand from the Middle East to further his studies and gain his commercial pilot license. He enrolls in a Bachelor of Engineering at the regional university and becomes heavily involved in the aeronautics department, as well as joining the local branch of the New Zealand Rocket Society. Branch head Wilson Robinson, pictured here with Yusuf, becomes a close acquaintance of the young man during his time there. Robinson was unsuspecting of Sayed's motives.
He was a quiet and reserved type, but we just thought it was a language thing. If we'd known what his intentions, we would never have associated with him.
After receiving information from his internet service provider and a tip-off from a member of the public, the police began investigating Sayed's activities. Jane Smith was lead investigator.
We started gathering information from people that he associated with. After speaking with several of his acquaintances, we soon gathered enough evidence to further our suspicions of his illegal activity.
Over the final few weeks, he was looking pretty worse for wear, like he wasn't sleeping or eating. He stopped being all social and spent all his time cooped up in his room. We even stopped bullying about his accent, but that didn't help. I even saw him sneaking out of the house once carrying this case. I asked him, "What do you got?" He got all pissed off about that, and we haven't really talked to him or seen him much since.
When we investigated his internet activities, we found links to illegal material in areas like the Middle East, Europe, as well as the US, China, and even Australia. We also have evidence of him using foreign credit cards to purchase materials which we believed were used for his illegal activity.
20-year-old shop assistant Stephen Hamill recalls serving Mr. Sayed the day he purchased a large quantity of goods which were seized in subsequent raids on Sayed's residence.
Yeah, I remember the chap. He helped me make my bonus that day. It was a bit quiet. He was a normal, quiet sort of guy. Bit of problems with the language. And when I asked him what he was going to use the gear for, he just looked at me funny and walked away.
After several months of investigations and gathering information, we concluded that it was essential to raid his residence for us to fully uncover the magnitude of the crimes that he was suspected of.
21st of April 2011, undercover police carry out a raid on Sayed's home. They recover incriminating evidence, including computers, data storage media, and other suspicious material. The material is shown here in records from the police investigation. The evidence was enough to put Mr. Sayed on trial. In an exclusive interview following his arrest, esteemed journalist Sydney Barrett questioned Mr. Sayed on his motives.
So, Mr. Sayed, the government says that you have committed serious crimes here. Furthermore, they say you're unrepentant. What would be your message to them?
I know the government here thinks it's a terrible crime, but to be honest, I don't really see what the fuss is about. And I only did it for my own satisfaction, and the only people that get harmed are the rich Americans over there. Is there really such a crime?
On Friday, May 20, 2011, Yusuf Sayed was convicted of crimes against humanity under New Zealand's tough new internet piracy laws, also known as the Skynet Law. The charges included downloading and assisting in the distribution of copyright material on the internet to like-minded peers worldwide. Evidence presented included the computer used to download material, compact discs used to store and distribute the material, as well as internet activity logs from Sayed's internet service provider. He's now serving a long jail sentence. Lead investigator Jane Smith shared her concluding thoughts on the matter.
In my eyes and in the eyes of the government, downloading movies is an act of terrorism. I'm glad he was brought to justice. The community is now a safer place with him behind bars. Some people may call me a hero, but really, I'm just doing my job.